Shartimus Prime, Shartimus Prime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Shartimus, subscribe
At a whopping $4.49!
Hey, what's up you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Hot Toys review on the Avengers Infinity War movies life-size Infinity Gauntlet. If you're trying to pick this up, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
I gotta give a big thanks to Comic and Figure Addicts for letting me borrow this piece to review for you guys. If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and you need your comics and you need your figures, you go to Comic and Figure Addicts, link in the description below to their Instagram. And you're looking at the packaging right over here. This is how this piece arrives. It's just in this cardboard box, just surrounded by foam. And it's a very large box. It's 20 inches tall and 32 inches across. And you can see it compared to the Hot Toys Gladiator Hulk, and it makes that Gladiator Hulk look pretty small, doesn't it? And then here's the box compared to a 12-month-old baby, the Lord Emmetron, looking so adorable right there. And then here I am unboxing it and just, yeah, taking the contents out, you know, and just getting a look at what's inside right there. You have a foam piece, and then you just lift that up and you can see there's an Infinity Gauntlet inside right there. And then here I am holding it. You can see how large this freaking thing is, man. It's a pretty huge box. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And then here's the Infinity Gauntlet on the base, and holy crap, this thing is gigantic. I mean, it's just totally overwhelming my review station. I can't get this whole thing in frame without, you know, getting some bleed over off the review station over here. It stands at about 30 inches tall, so this makes it the largest piece I've ever had on this review station. It is quite large. I'm very impressed, and I do want to get a closer look. So while we did not get official packaging for this figure, we do get a nifty folder, so that's pretty cool. Infinity Gauntlet life-size collectible, and then it says life-size masterpiece right there, so pretty cool. And then on the back, you can see it says Hot Toys Presents Life-Size Masterpiece Series LMS006. I didn't mention that earlier. And then you just take the instructions out of here, and you can see it shows how to plug the Infinity Gauntlet into the base, and then the base into a USB electrical source right there. And then on the back, it shows how this can pop off right over here, so you can take the stone out. And what I really think this is for is so that when one of the lights burn out, it shows you how to replace the lights on these. So I think that's really cool. And then here's going to show you how to put this together, that you need two people to set it up right over there. Then we also get this piece, okay, so it's just like a product image right here. It's almost like a little poster or something, and you can see all the people responsible for creating this piece. And it has specifications right over there. And then there's a read up on the back. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. So here's looking at the base, and we get this cool looking plaque that says Marvel Avengers Infinity War. I like it. It's pretty cool, and you could feel, it does feel metal, so yeah, it does have this kind of foil metallic thing going on. I really like it. Very classy. And the whole base is quite heavy and large. I mean, look at that, man. It's a pretty large base that we're seeing right over there. You can see the USB port right here that goes into the Infinity Gauntlet itself, and then we have another USB port all the way in the very back right over here. You're going to plug another cable into that right there, and that's your switch. I haven't shown it off yet, but the Infinity Gauntlet has a bar in the middle of it where you can grab it or rest it right on here. And unfortunately, Hot Toys uses the worst glue ever. This is all supposed to be attached to the very bottom of the base, and just lifting it up, this bottom panel just came right off. And while that's off there, I wanted to mention that the bottom of it is actually made out of this very soft, felty material. So the details on this thing are just freaking astounding, man. I love how all the stones came out. They look really good. Seeing the weathering over the gold looks amazing. As always, you know, Hot Toys just nails that. I like the sculpting on the stones, as I just mentioned again. But yeah, I just really dig how this looks, and it's very reflective. As I dim things, you can see some more of the weathering details. And the sculpt really makes some of these patterns pop for me, you know. I've seen the Infinity Gauntlet many times, but it's like I'm seeing it now in a different kind of way. It's just so large, and these patterns just look so great over here. All the sculpted details throughout. It's just mind-blowing. Oh man, look at that. I love it. That is crazy. Now to turn this thing around, I actually have to stop recording and then remove the Infinity Gauntlet from the base and then turn it around and then put it back on there. So I'm going to get a look at each side. Here's looking at the pinky side. Looking great. I like it. This paint detail, man. I cannot get over it. Just throughout this video, I'm just going to be blown away. Love how reflective this looks. Oh man, and all the details. I'm seeing patterns here that have always been there, but just stand out even more so on this particular piece. And then here's looking at the fingertips of the Infinity Gauntlet, and you can see how reflective it is. You could see me waving to you, at least in 3 of those fingers. So that is awesome. I really love the gold paint on this throughout. It's just really impressive. I love that overspray that they have. That wash looks so good. Oh man, and then here's the inside, the palm. Love this chainmail right here. That looks great. This whole thing just looks freaking amazing, dude. Look how reflective that is. God, it really does feel like it's a prop straight from the movie. And then here's looking at the thumb side of the Infinity Gauntlet. Again, the paint details throughout on this thing are just amazing. I love this dark weathering that we're seeing at all the joints right there. Oh man, this is so dope. This is pretty amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on that. That is great. Oh, the details. Now I gotta say, the biggest downside on this piece for me is the light up feature. I feel like this is really not that bright. I have almost all the lights shut off over here, or 4 of the 6 of them shut off, and it's just really not as bright as I would have hoped it to be. To give you a comparison to see how bright the Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet is compared to this one, I feel like the Hasbro one actually shines a bit brighter. But one thing's for sure is that the Mind Stone looks orange on the Hasbro version. On the Hot Toys version, we're definitely seeing a yellow Mind Stone. Then to get a closer look at these stones while they're lit up over here, I think that's actually pretty rad. I like that. I like that you can see the LED lights in there, and it just, I don't know. I think it displaces the light pretty well within the stone for each of them. Here's looking at the Time Stone. Looks really good. And again, here's looking at the Mind Stone. You can see that it has several lights right there. That's pretty cool. And then just to come around back, you can see that USB cable just plugged right into my laptop right there. And getting this whole thing plugged into the base is pretty tricky. You want to plug it all in first and then get it fully assembled. Again, you want 2 people putting this together with you. It's very tricky to do. This thing's very heavy. It weighs over 15 pounds. Gotta be honest, right when I opened it, took it out of the box, this Mind Stone actually slipped right out right away. There's supposed to be a magnet in there connected to the inside of this, and the magnet came off. So that's why that is the way it is. But other than that, I mean, wow, this is freaking amazing. Look how huge this is. This is the size of the hand of Thanos. I mean, look at that. I mentioned this stands at about 30 inches tall. But to measure out this here, we're looking at about 31 inches tall, and then there you can see it compared to the Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet. And then here's the Hot Toys Infinity Gauntlet next to the Hot Toys Guardians of the Galaxy movies Thanos, and even though this is not the Josh Brolin Thanos, I still really like this figure a lot. And then to compare this Infinity Gauntlet next to your average Hot Toys figure, you can see it next to the Captain America Civil War figure, and yeah, wow, that thing is monstrous. And then here's the Infinity Gauntlet next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So I want to thank you guys again for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. This video was a lot of work. I mean, this is just a huge piece, and big thanks again to Comic and Figure Addicts for making this video possible. I gotta say, I really like this thing a lot. It does cost upwards around $800 to $1,000 to be a really serious hardcore collector. If you want to pick one of these up, I kind of feel like I wish I could keep it, but I can't really right now. I got another kid on the way, so yeah, I'm gonna make the smart choice and try to not buy this, but oh my god, it's just amazing. Now, getting everything plugged in correctly, it's a little bit tricky. Having that Mind Stone kind of like get really loose on me right away, that's a little frustrating. So there's little things here and there, and you know, just functionality wise with Hot Toys, it's always just a little bit tricky in general, and I'm not surprised by that, but still a little on the disappointed side. But it's really where, and I wish the light up feature was a little bit brighter, but man, it looks freaking amazing. I mean, it's just such an amazing piece. I think it's fair to give this a stud rating of So yeah, even with all those quirks and everything, it's pretty fantastic. I can't deny it. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think, so please leave your comment down below. If you want to see a photo gallery of images and you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And don't forget to follow me on the social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Tired
Hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, a sip more shot, shot in your face, a sip more shot, your